When DeAndre Swift's name was called as the 35th pick in the NFL draft for the Detroit Lions, he burst into tears. As one can imagine, at that moment in time, there's got to be a million things going through your mind, a million emotions. See, people see the players on the field, the names on the jerseys, the highlights on the screens, and never really get to see the person behind the helmet. That's why today we're going into the DeAndre Swift story. DeAndre plays football to honor his grandfather. His mother, Ayanna, describes their bond as a true relationship, and Swift even wore a band with the words "Rest in Peace Pop Pop" inscribed on his wrist during gameplay. His mother said the band is as much a part of his uniform as the number 7 he wore at Georgia. Pop Pop passed before Swift ever got to play a game, back when he was only 6 years old. But the memories serve as a foundation and fuel for Swift. Swift attended St. Joseph's Prep in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. As a senior, he rushed for 1,564 yards on 149 carries with 25 touchdowns. In 2017, Swift was rated as the 4th best running back in the nation. As a kid who grew up in the Metro Philly area, with stories of being home, alone, sleeping, and waking up to people breaking into the house, he was determined to take his talents to the next level. I mean, after all, he did have 3 state championship rings, and his jersey was retired at the prep school. Swift was unstoppable in high school. Could not be stopped, and he was fed the ball. He showed early that he had flashes of being one of the most electric running backs in the nation, and that's why Georgia got on him early. When Georgia recruited Swift, they chose to recruit the man rather than recruit the player, and that locked him in with Swift's family. As Swift's mother, Ayanna, said, faith was a big part of Swift's character and a big part of their family. So the things that they talked about were able to translate on and off the field to the type of person that Swift has came up to be, the type of overcomer that he has came to be as well. Once Swift was done dominating in high school, he got invited to the Army All-American game. He says he didn't get to play much in the first game, even though he had a nice run on his first carry. But after that, he got the ball out a little bit. So it was a good opportunity for him to showcase his talents. And then once he did, it was on Georgia. Swift committed to Georgia, and it became obvious that even with Sony Michel and Nick Chubb already on the roster, it wouldn't be possible to keep him off the field as a freshman. Swift pulled off highlight plays and electrified the Georgia offense, averaging 7.6 yards per carry. Every year after his 618 yards, 17 catches, and 4 total touchdowns as a true freshman, his numbers increased. He became one of only 5 legendary Georgia backs with multiple 1,000-yard rushing seasons. Swift would finish his career at Georgia as a junior with 440 carries, 2,885 yards, 6.6 yards per carry, and 20 touchdowns, adding a trip to the national championship in 2017. And he felt he was ready to take his talents to the next level.
Top running back here,
DeAndre Swift.
Georgia.
We got some good ones coming up. You see Jonathan Taylor down there too.
Swift too. He's got some D'Angelo Williams to him when you watch him.
You pulling out all the old names.
Let's go back to my heyday, man. That's why I listen to 90s R&B and I compare people to the players.
Whoa!
Competition brings the best out of me. I like being under pressure. Like when all eyes on me, I like that moment.
Crossing route to Swift. Gives some ground, looks for a block. Ran out of real estate, though. He's short of the first down. It was fun. Not a lot of guys can do this and that and this and that.
Good. What was today? Friday? Thursday, what's today? Tuesday? Damn. Tuesday. About to get a nice little sand workout in. I'm good. I'm good. Beautiful out here, palm trees. It's amazing. Not at all. Hey, nothing but potholes and cheesesteaks in Philly. Potholes and cheesesteaks. I done been in the crib where I'm in there by myself. I wake up, it's like 9 in the morning. Somebody trying to rob the house while I'm in the crib. I done been in situations like that. So people ask me why I went to Georgia, why I ain't stay close to home. That's why.
I mentioned over 1,000 yards last year and this year, and the company he joins, that's a good group, friends.
Yes.
Herschel, Nick, Noshawn, Sonny Michel, and DeAndre Swift.
That's probably when it's gonna hit me. Like it hit me when I declared for the draft. I was just sitting down one day. I started crying like I'm really leaving college. I'm about to go play in the pros. Like this is something I want to do since I was young. I was out here like 2 weeks ago before I left for the combine. I cried, just like out there on the beach, praying to God, just thinking about everything I done been through since I was a young boy. Just like I ain't had no choice but to cry. It's like so many emotions. I ain't no emotional person, but like when you think about stuff like that, like I couldn't hold it in.
The next level, honestly, DeAndre Swift does project as a 3-down back. I mean, his 4.4 speed is great, but he will make his money off of his unusual and rare, also very NFL-defining mix of speed and power. It's his agility and his mix of finesse and power. This is where he'll make his living. He has excellent vision, sees gaps and has bursts, has enough speed to get to the edge, outrun cornerbacks, linebackers, and safeties up the sidelines. He runs very low to the ground, but still very, very strong for his size. One thing that is very noticeable about DeAndre Swift is his catching ability. That's what sets him apart from most of the other running backs that came out. He just a guy that never has to lead a game. He can be used in the slot. The boy got soft hands. He's a creative route runner. If you see him, he works, sinks into his cuts, bursts in and out of his breaks, and can get the ball and get up the field. Great vision all around as a player, man. He's a real solid player up and down across the board on the offensive side of the ball. He has small stature, but he's extremely solid build. He has a full array of highlight stick moves. And as well, he's an acceptable pass blocker. Scrappy. He can be the number 1 or the number 2 back. Just like at Georgia, it's going to be hard to keep him off the field as a rookie. And I think he has a skill set that not only matches Kerryon Johnson's very well, it mirrors Kerryon Johnson's very well. I think that when you got these two guys as your 1 and 2 back, you don't know if it's a pass or a run because they can do both so well. You can eat up nickel packages with some power runs with these guys, or you can, come out in base and kill them with a play action. You never know what they're going to do when you have two type of running backs that can both very well, they're both very good at running and catching the football. So that's something he's going to bring to the team, and that's why I give this pick for Bob Quinn another A.